You're listening to Satellite Sisters.
What's a satellite sister?
The person you call when the best thing in your life happens or the worst.
The person that gets you up, gets you going, and gets you through.
And every once in a while, changes your mind.
This podcast is part pep talk, part weekly check-in.
Like grabbing coffee with a friend.
Thanks for being here. Welcome to the Satellite Sisterhood.
You are listening to Satellite Sisters. Yes, it's a new show because we have a huge announcement, or Liz does, and Julie and I are here for it, as the kids say. I'm Lian Dolan in Pasadena, California. I'm a writer and a producer, and I'm excited to be here today. New show, right, Jewel? Never recorded this show before.
No, we haven't. We have new words we're going to be using on this show. New emotions, new ideas. It's all new. No. Yes, this is Julie Dolan. I'm in Dallas, Texas, and I'm here for the show. But really, the star of the show has to be our sister, Liz Dolan. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. Thank you both, sisters. The big build-up. Yes, this is Liz Dolan. I'm the middle sister. I am in Bend, Oregon right now. And as I've been, teasing for more than a month, I have like a new life plan for myself. So today's the day when I just blurt it out, sisters. I'm going to, so you can ask me the questions on it. But I just wanted the Satellite Sisterhood to know what the big plan is.
Great. All right. But first, of course, we've got to do a few things. I have some book tour announcements. You guys were together this weekend. We're going to hear a little bit about that. We have an entertaining sisters and things like that. So that's what's happening on the show around Liz's big announcement. So in the best tradition of radio and podcasting, you're going to have to wait just a tiny bit before you get it.
First, I wanted to mention a giant fail on the Bend, Oregon front this weekend. Julie was here. We completely missed the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. First of all, why didn't anyone tell us?
I know.
If there was an early announcement, like a build-up, we might have gotten in on it. But when we missed it Friday night, then Saturday night we discussed, Julie, right? We discussed maybe we should get up. And we agreed that if anyone gets up in the middle of the night to go look to see if it's happening and something is happening, you needed to go back and wake the others.
Right. That was the plan, because you had some much more complicated plan that you were floating for Saturday night, which was, we were sorely disappointed. But you said we could get up every 2 hours because it's only for the 15 minutes between the, midnight and 2 a.m. windows. So but I wasn't down with that plan, Liz.
Yeah.
So it was more like, I get up every night anyway. I'm going to look out the window. If I see something, I'm going to wake you up. That was the plan.
Okay. I do feel, though, a lot of the Satellite Sisters nailed it. Got some great pictures that are in the Facebook group. Lian, you posted on Saturday morning just that your entire timeline was full of the Aurora Borealis.
It was amazing. I was so happy. I can see why you missed it. It wasn't we can't see anything in Los Angeles because of light pollution and pollution. So we didn't have anything. But, people all over the country, I thought it was an exciting, bonding, beautiful event. Now, no one has to go to Iceland. That's the end of Aurora Borealis tourism. No one's going to the Arctic Circle anymore. It was just crazy and beautiful, and I can't believe you guys missed it because
just
we were like the eclipse. They were talking about the eclipse for 6 months solid in Dallas. Okay. Yeah. I did the totality. It was fantastic. We totally would have gotten on board about this. I just, it said there was going to be electromagnetic, storm. You might be able to see some northern lights. They weren't promising a lot. So I think we got gypped. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. Stick with that then. That's generous.
Okay. Filled with bitterness. Yes, indeed. Yep.
All right. I have a few quick book tour announcements to make because I am sort of revving up for a last push mid-May to the end of June. And some of these people in the listening audience might want to participate in. This week, I am going to New Jersey for a day. That's right. I'm doing the tour to Jersey. I am stopping at 4 different bookstores as I make my way to an event in Spring Lake with Mary Kay Andrews. So I'll be at a bunch of different bookstores. Only one in Eatontown, New Jersey, a Barnes & Noble, will I actually be sitting and signing. So there's not, if you want to see me and you don't want to go to Spring Lake, that's Eatontown, New Jersey, Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m. I'll put all this up on the website and I'll spread it around on social media, but I just wanted to let people know. And then if you are coming to my event in New Jersey, Spring Lake, I will be interviewing Mary Kay Andrews. But yes, you will be able to buy my book and talk to me, and I'll be able to sign it, and I'd love to see you. Portland, Oregon. Hello, Portland. Yes, I'm doing a big event at Powell's Cedar Hills. So that's the main event of my Portland events. And that is going to be on June 3rd. But here's the exciting news for Satellite Sisterhood. We're doing a little no-host pre-party. And not only will Monica be there, Liz, you will also be there.
That's right. Right.
Yeah. That's so fun. So we are going to do that at the McMinimans Pub, which is right near the bookstore, a very close drive. So information about that will be up at liandolan.com events. We'll spread it around. You can subscribe to Pep Talk or my newsletter and get it. But if you are planning on coming to Monday, Powell, Cedar Hills, join us. No host. We're just going to commandeer some tables at the brew pub and have a brew pub kind of thing beforehand. And then we can all head over to Powell's at 6:30. The event is at 7. So that's fantastic. And then for the Satellite Sisters who are in Santa Fe, it has taken me a long time, but we have finally found a spot for the book event. Santa Fe is very busy at the end of June. And, I was happy to find this location and very grateful for the people at Chomp Food Hall. It's a great looking food hall they have there. And upstairs, you guys, they have a community room that seats about 20 people that they give to you for free for community events. You just have to use the vendors down below. So there will be
perfect.
food.
That's a good deal.
Perfect. Believe me, we couldn't get into a library, a bookstore, a hotel. We tried a million places. And then I got a personal recommendation from this. So I'm going to be there Sunday in Santa Fe, New Mexico, 3 to 5. This is going to be a book discussion. There won't be book sales there. We're going to talk about the book. So make sure you read the book before you come. I'm happy to sign your book if you bring it. There's going to be wine and beverages and, charcuterie and some mingling 3 to 5. So I'm very excited about that. And big thanks to the people in Santa Fe. And then I'll be going right to the MEA workshop there, the, Thrive at Any Age workshop. So if you want to join me there, feel free to do that. So that's what's happening. But I just wanted to toss that in because I'm just surprised. Like, I say something on the show and then people show up the next day. Or actually, I had a couple friends from Dallas say to me, "Oh, I didn't know you were going to be in Dallas." I was like, I feel like all I did was publicize.
Let's talk about Dallas.
Talk about Dallas. And so you assume that people are seeing all the social media and tired of the events. And no, apparently that's not the case. So Tour de Jersey, Portland, Santa Fe, all coming up in the next 6 weeks.
That is so great. Well, I also want to add that I'll be attending our Satellite Sisters meetup pre-party, plus your reading at Powell's Cedar Hills. I'm rolling with my whole crew, Lian. My whole crew is coming. This is it. So I mentioned I'll be in Bend, Oregon when this is happening. So I mentioned to a friend here in Bend who also knows you well, like, hey, I'm going to drive up to Portland on June 3rd. Do you want to come with me? And she's like, okay, let me think about it. Yeah. But then why don't we round up all of the Rumble Dolls was the word. That's the crew's name, the Rumble Dolls. And that is the team, the friendship group that we all ran together every morning for years and years. We ran the New York City Marathon together. We made our Rumble Dolls t-shirts. So my friend here reached out to the other Rumble Dolls and say, does everyone want a rendezvous in Portland for Lian? And 2 of them already live there. One lives in Seattle. So we're all coming, Lian. The Rumble Dolls.
I'm just so excited. I'm honored that the Rumble Dolls will be in the house because I know all of them. So it's fantastic. Thank you, Liz. That's the kind of spirit I like at these book events when people not only come, they bring their Satellite Sisters.
Got to bring your crew. Bring your crew.
Yeah, great.
Well, I mean, I can attest. Lian was here in Dallas. I listened to her in Fort Worth. She gives a good show, so it's worth the travel. If you're on the fence about going to any of these events, just jump in. That's what I say because
I know we had such a special time in Texas. Like the Dallas event was great, and then we were at Melissa's house in Fort Worth. And again, Satellite Sisters came from San Antonio and Austin and drove over from
Oklahoma.
Dallas,
Oklahoma. Yes.
It was just unbelievable. It was fantastic. So these are always special events for me, and there's a chance to meet up with other satellite sisters. So that's great. And Liz, Monica, and all the Rumble dolls in the house in Portland.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good event. Well, as we wrap up this first segment, I do want to give a Satellite Sisters $5 shout out to the entire crew of American Airlines, but both the crew and the passengers of American Airlines Flight 530. Now, I'm going to talk about it a little later in the show. I went out to Bend. We had a nice little mini family reunion. I'll mention that. But my flight home from Bend, Oregon to Dallas, Texas, which is now a nonstop, was 6 hours late. And here's the news, sisters. Here's what I want to tell you, because it seems like every single day there's bad behavior on planes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Not on Flight 530. Everyone had a smile on their face. Everyone was patient. This is a flight that started in Dallas. Flight attendant told me they had to go back to the gate 3 different times because of 3 different mechanical problems. Okay. Then they had a ground stop in Dallas, a ground stop, hour and a half. Nobody going anywhere. Then the pilots timed out. Okay. We had to get rid of those pilots. We had to get a new plane. They got a new plane, but they kept the same flight attendants. Okay. And they flew on to Bend. Okay. And it all happened. And everybody stayed patient and kind and calm. So
nice.
I wish that in your future flights. $5 shout out.
Good report. That's good. Mm-hmm. That's good. It's hard to do. Hard to stay calm, but that's excellent. All right. So that's enough of that. That's enough housekeeping. Stay tuned. We're going to hear from some sponsors. And then this is it, Liz. You're changing your life right in front of our eyes.
I think maybe we might be overhyping this, but let's see. Let's see.
All right, stay with us. We're the Satellite Sisters. Liz, summer is coming up, and you know what that means? It means you're grilling. You're grilling and chilling there with your butcher box. What do you got going on the grill this summer?
Well, here's the thing. Because I'm going to be up in Bend for part of the summer, I'm having my box sent there, Lian.
That's great.
Go on vacation with your butcher box is what I'm recommending. Yeah, other way, you're just going to buy meat and fish and stuff when you get there. Why do that? Anyway, I love their steaks. I love their scallops. The scallops are really good. And the chicken thighs, all good. I'm ready.
That's right. Butcher Box gives you peace of mind and easy to find high quality meat and seafood you can trust. It's 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork that's raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. No antibiotics or added hormones. And as Liz said, delivered right to your doorstep. And you can customize that delivery plan, Liz, right? Because it can go wherever you want it to go, whenever you want it to go. If you want to delay it a week, speed it up a week, you just go to your Butcher Box account and you can make that all happen.
It's so easy to manage online.
Yeah. And if you're like Liz, you can take your Butcher Box on vacation, which is... That's nice. That's nice. Nice to have something familiar there.
Yes.
So if you want to take your meat on vacation, sign up at butcherbox.com/sisters and get our special deal. ButcherBox is offering our listeners a free for a year offer, plus an additional 20% off. So you can choose salmon, chicken breast, or steak tips free in every order for a year. Sign up today at butcherbox.com/sisters and use code SISTERS to choose your free for a year offer, plus get $20 off your first order. Thanks, ButcherBox. Liz and Lian here, and we are so grateful to have OSEA support Satellite Sisters. Why? Because it's just a great product. Holy cow, do we love OSEA's skin and body care. And you know what? This Mother's Day, just look no further than OSEA. Spoil the moms in your life with the little luxuries from OSEA. The moms, the stepmoms, the bonus moms, the people who bring a touch of something special to your life. Aunts, grandmothers, they would love a little OSEA this Mother's Day. And you can get 10% off your first order by using our code SATSisters at OSEAMalibu.com. And Liz, you know what every mother and mother figure needs?
What?
More moisture, Liz. They need more moisture in their skin. in
No
their
kidding.
skin.
I mean, really, the creams, the lotions, the oils, I love it all. That duo they have going,
Oh,
you can't miss with the duo of Osea.
Liz, the Mega Moisture Duo. You can literally see your skin get firmer, and it just delivers this full body glow. Okay, we have raved about the Undaria algae body oil. Well, pair that with the Undaria collagen body oil. Youthful, Liz. Your youthful glow is going to happen. And it's infused with Osea's signature Undaria seaweed. So it just smells so delicious, doesn't it?
I know you're talking about giving it as a gift. I also suggest just giving it to yourself because you're worth it.
That's true. That is absolutely true. Okay, that Moisture Duo I mentioned too is a great value because you can save 16% plus the extra 10% with our code SAD Sisters. So this is it. This is a win-win-win Mother's Day gift. Spoil the moms in your life with clean vegan skincare and body care from Osea. Get 10% off your first order site-wide with the code SAT Sisters at OseaMalibu.com. And you get free samples in every order and free shipping on orders over $60. Osea is spelled O-S-E-A. So head on over to OseaMalibu.com and use code SATSisters for 10% off. Thanks, Osea. Okay, we're coming back in. Hi, Liz. Hi, Julie. This is it. It's exciting to be here. All right, Liz, what's happening?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Well, I have said a number of times in the show that I was trying to do something fresh this year, right? You may remember that at the beginning of the year when we did our themes, mine was bust out. I just needed to make a change. So I am reviving the Lizness, not business storyline. Right. So
I had forgotten about Lizness, not business.
Me too. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Maybe you could refresh us, Liz.
Apparently I did too. This was one of the many times that I retired from business, Julie.
Okay.
But the most recent time when I left my job at National Geographic, mainly when I was running marketing at Nat Geo TV, I was going into a new phase that was going to be focused on Lizness, not business. And then you just get sucked back in. You just get sucked back in no matter what you do. So, okay, here we go. We're going to try this again. And I have always wanted to go back to college. But I never wanted to be a graduate student. I've always said that I wanted to be a freshman again. I want to be a freshman. I want to just do the whole thing. I don't want to know more about a narrow subject. I want to know a little bit about a lot of subjects. So it turns out, sisters, that the best way to do that is not to be a freshman at my age, but to be a fellow. Be a fellow.
Of course, Lian, right there. I mean, of course, Liz,
fellow.
Not going to be like a first year. I think they call them first year students, first of all, Liz.
Yeah.
You better get the lingo right about that. Okay. Freshmen are out. But of course, our summiteer sister, Liz, does not just re-enter as a first year student. No. She's a fellow. Okay, carry on, Liz. Yes, let's hear more.
Okay, well, it was hard. So I have been accepted as a fellow in the Distinguished Careers Institute at Stanford University starting in the fall. And what this Distinguished Careers Institute is, they say it provides a year of thoughtful reflection and reinvigoration for people who are later in life, like us. So people that are trying to make a change or coming out of a business career or some other career. And so you're on the Stanford campus for a year. You get to do whatever you want through, of course, they have pillars, sisters. You have pillars, right?
First of all, can we just react to the fact that you're going to Stanford?
Oh,
I mean,
way to go, sister.
Well, why not? Hey, why not?
No, I mean, there's a lot of other places that you could have gone to school. So, but that's But again, you're a fellow and you're Liz. So where would you go? Okay, good choice.
You're going to Stanford.
Okay. No other school has a program like this, Julie. This is very unique. So it's, again, I'm not a graduate student. I'm a fellow. Anyway, so, DCI as they call it. So they have 3 pillars. One is purpose, one is community, and one is wellness. So that's a good combo. See what I mean? You're not going deep on one thing. You're doing a lot of things that are good for you and for the community. So part of it is, academic discovery and immersion. We are the only program. I'm already talking. And we are the only program where you're allowed to take classes in any of Stanford's 7 schools. I can take classes in the med school if I want to. I can take classes in the law school.
Please don't go to the med school, Liz. You faint a lot when you see.
Okay. Julie, I know you actually worked at GSB, as they call it, the Graduate School of Business. I can take classes there, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing that. This is not about going to business school. So I can take whatever classes I want. Then they do all this special stuff for just the cohort. So the cohort is the 40 fellows who are, we are the cohort for 24, 25. And so they do all of this special programming. They do special like panels for us. If there's a visiting scholar at Stanford, we get a special session with them. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on with that, but also a lot of, they say physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. No idea what's involved there. But, that all sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. And then one of the things I liked about it is that it's because you're taking regular classes at Stanford, you'll be with undergraduates and graduates. So I really like this sort of
They're going to kick your ass, Liz.
I know.
I mean, Liz always likes to hang out with the cool kids.
I know. That is true.
I mean, and Liz, let me just clarify. You are going to be on campus. These aren't Zoom classes.
No.
You are moving to Palo Alto, right?
Yes, I am. Yes. All true.
Okay.
I have some details on that. So I'll be you guys have kids, so your lives are very intergenerational. I don't. So I have to make an extra effort to have young people in my life. I've done that a lot in my career, but this will be, I'll be in classes like with 19-year-olds. It's going to be hilarious.
It will be.
And also a lot of the programs are very cross-disciplinary, which I like. And, a chance to be a little creative. Maybe I want to do some art. Maybe I want to do some writing. All of that is possible. And the best thing is the fellows, we're taking the classes, but we're not taking the exams. We don't have to do that.
Yes.
Well, you don't? Why? Why don't you?
No, because we are not degree-seeking students, Julie.
Oh, okay.
So they say if you want to, you can ask the professor, and that's up to them to decide. But it's just more work for them. So they'd usually they want you actively participating in the class, but you don't need to do the papers and the exams.
That's honestly the best. You can actually do the reading because you don't have to do the papers, and you're into the discussion because you're not freaking out about the exam. It's great. Oh my God, that's great.
Well, Liz, let me just say, college classes are really hard. I mean, why did you decide you wanted to do this? It seems kind of nice maybe for a week to do this, right? You're doing it for a whole year. This is a big commitment.
Yeah, it is a big commitment. I just needed a big change, Julie. I feel like I had an extra long lockdown because of all of the problems with Lefty, because of my orthopedic issues. I just never got a chance to get back to my real life the way a lot of people did once the worst of the pandemic was over. Obviously I did some things. People have heard me talk about going places and doing things, but I felt very hemmed in. And, you'll remember during the pandemic, every semester I was taking an online class at Stanford. I was doing something, but that was in the continuing ed program. So that was just other people like me. And you're still sitting in your living room alone, watching a little screen. And so I just wanted to do something that was much more engaged with other people and new ideas. And during one of the classes I was taking during the pandemic, I was taking a class called The History of the American West. I noticed that a friend of mine from way back in the day in my career, she was also taking that class, but she was taking the class at Stanford as a student because she was in this program, the Diverse Careers Institute. So this woman that I knew and we were Facebook friends forever, like I started living vicariously through her because she was doing what was more the full experience, right? She was in the room with the people and the ideas in a new place. I mean, she already lives in that area anyway, so she didn't have to move. But I just so last summer I just texted her. I'm like, hey, I've been stalking you. And I've been watching what you're doing. She and her husband both went through the program together. And I said, what do you think? Should I apply to this? And like 10 seconds later, she texted me back, like all caps, like, oh my God, you would love this. This is perfect for you. So that's how I got started on this path. I hadn't really been aware that this existed, but the more I found out about it, the more I found out that it was really like the right combination of things for me.
Yeah. You don't need another degree. You don't need that. No, this sounds great. All right. So you did have to apply and everything, right? I mean, you were sweating out the acceptances like every other 17-year-old applying to Stanford. So
exactly.
Tell us about that.
Julie, you were in this business, right?
Right.
So,
right. I actually worked briefly at Stanford Business School. So yes, application process, interview. What happened, Liz?
Okay. So there was an
SAT
application.
scores. Did you have to take like any kind of standardized?
No.
Okay.
No, you had to have a resume. And then there was an application that included 2 essays. And then there was an interview. And the interview, I started to freak out a little bit because at the end of the interview, so I did the whole application and everything in September and early October. And then I had my interview in October. And at the end of the interview, the woman said, so what year are you applying for? And I was like, oh my God, what? Like right now. I said, oh, is this, I didn't realize there was a multiple year thing. I would like to come in September of 24. And why? Is that like not the way this works? And she said, well, it just depends. We have a lot of applications and we have a lot of people that got accepted during the pandemic and deferred. So we're trying to like work everyone in now. So we are doing kind of a rolling process.
Oh.
So
that must have been hard to hear because that's
yes.
Like your chances of getting in were very low, Liz.
Exactly, Julie.
Yeah.
And I had no plan B. At this point, I had emotionally convinced myself that this was the one thing I needed to do with my life. So even if they had said, okay, you're in for September of 25, I just have no plan between now and then, right? Just no. Anyway, so then I did get in, obviously. I found out in March that I got in. You know, you get that email. You guys have seen it with your kids. I've never gotten one of these before, that you just open your email and boom, there it is. The kind of the announcement that you got in. It was very dramatic.
Did you run around the house screaming? Did you tape yourself? No.
Yeah, I did.
You texted us right away. I
did text us.
Yes. That we were all screaming. We were all really happy.
Yeah. If I would have been jumping up and down if my leg could take it, but no, I just had another surgery. So no, I was super happy / relieved when I got in because I just built up all of this excitement about how unique this experience was going to be for me and very timely at this point in my life. So I was super happy.
Oh, Liz, amazing. So, okay, a couple more questions about it. Do you have to major in something? Like what?
Oh, God,
you can really take everything, or what is it? What's the deal?
Okay. So I was very concerned about this too. On the application, one of the essays was, what is your purpose pathway? I think it's their lingo for major. And I was like, well, I thought the whole point was, I don't know, right? Like, I don't have a purpose. I'm just supposed to figure that out. So again, I texted my friend. I was like, okay, what do I do about this? Am I supposed to know what I want to get out of this? And she, again, instantly responded, no. Don't worry. Nobody does. You have to answer that question. It's just so they can match you with someone who will be your guide. but don't worry about it. It's not like a major or anything where you're locked in. So I checked the box that said arts and the humanities
That
because
seems right. That's
Yeah.
right up your alley. Okay.
Yeah.
Good
you
one.
can check multiple boxes though, Julie. So then I also checked the box that said business, leadership, and entrepreneurship. But then after about 10 seconds, I unchecked it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need
You don't want
that.
to do
You've
that.
already-
I don't want to
you've
do
already
that.
done-
No.
You've already
Yeah.
done that. Yeah.
I do not
lived
need
that.
any more
Okay.
leadership
Yeah.
skills. I am not there to work on a business plan. Please shoot me
Please
now.
don't take a marketing. Please don't take a marketing course. Yeah.
I would be a terrible student in marketing.
Okay.
So then I did also check the box
Yeah.
that said education, teaching, and learning. Not that I necessarily want to be a teacher, but I have learned about myself, especially the last 4 years when I've been working on this training program for young journalists in sports called the Magic Boost, that I really do love like working with young people and helping them find the path they want through a career that no one they know is in, So I checked that because maybe there's something I want to take in that area.
Sure. Yeah.
Either about the teaching or the learning. So whatever. But some of the other choices, I decided energy and the environment. Yeah, no, not as a purpose. Engineering sciences, no. Social
I
sciences.
think that's going to be my answer to everything now. No, that's not on my purpose pathway. No, I'm just going to say that when someone wants me to do some work, do the laundry, not on my purpose pathway. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So there are lots of, and of course, I could take classes in these areas. Like
Yeah.
one of the purpose pathways is international studies and programs. Yes, of course, I would enjoy taking a class in that realm.
Mhm.
But I'm pretty sure at this point it's not my purpose. So that's the thing. So I have a pathway, and that's all I need so far.
Can I ask you, are you afraid of going back to school, or does anything about this program? Because it sounds like they have very high expectations for their fellows. Are you nervous about anything?
I was nervous about whether I had to take the exams.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, like being a traditional student would have been very daunting.
Uh-huh.
Especially if you're taking a lot of courses in areas that you are not familiar with. I really wanted to feel free to take anything I wanted in any area of expertise. So once I found out I didn't have to take the exams, the heat's really off when you're not earning any kind of degree.
Yeah.
Stanford doesn't have to validate my skills in any way. But it's clear from the way they communicate about the program that they do encourage being part of the broader university community and contributing where you can to the university community. So what does that mean? I don't know. So it's not that I'm afraid of it. I think that will reveal itself, but it will be interesting to see like what I feel like I want to get integrated with on the campus.
Mhm.
Maybe you can join that stupid Stanford band. I don't understand.
You speak so highly of it, Lian. Lian, they have a thing. It's their culture.
I know,
Lian.
but it's just day in the Rose Parade. When they play in the Rose Parade, you've got like the University of Michigan band marching down the street, like 400 strong. And then you have the Stanford band just wandering around in the middle of the Rose Parade. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm just a traditionalist when it comes to college bands.
Yeah, the band has a little bit of the too cool for school vibe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I won't be joining the band or having anything to do with that. But I don't know. There are lots of interesting things going on any university campus.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I'll find things that will be surprising and interesting to me. So
You'd be good on like moot court, Liz, or like the debate team. No, seriously.
I go to the law school.
Maybe you just want to be an RA. Live in a dorm. You want that intergenerational experience, Liz.
No.
That would be a way to maximize it.
Oh my God, that would be so funny. So yeah, but there's a lot to think about. You also think about like, well, who's in your class?
Right.
So just a few weeks ago, they published the list of the people in my cohort. And I can put it in the show notes. It's on LinkedIn. So if people want to look at who I'm going to school with this year, and I haven't started Googling them all yet, though one of my friends did. She's sending me reports on who I need to be sure to meet. So, but we did, starting last Friday, and for the next 10 weeks, every Friday, we have a 90-minute Zoom together that is to get us ready for the year. What do we need to know? It's introduction to faculty. It's introduction to how to register for class. It's all of that kind of stuff. So that was fun last week to be on a Zoom with everyone in my cohort and just kind of start to get the vibe. I think that's going to be cool.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, that's cool. Do you have a?
I'm sure it will be. Yeah.
A lookbook. That's, I mean, that, when you were a freshman, we had the photos and you just go and check out the cute fresh first years. Anyway.
Yeah, I would say when I first looked at the post online of who the cohort is, just looking at their pictures, my first thought was, oh my God, everyone's so old. And then I realized, yeah, me too. Yeah, that's kind of the whole point. The program is developed for people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, and so my group, we're across that whole span. So yeah, we shall see. I will.
Do you have a pub or a lounge where the DCIs get to hang out and smoke cigarettes? And
I'm told we
kind
do.
of thing?
Julie. It's not a pub, but I'm told we do have a place on campus that is our hangout.
Oh, okay, good.
Reading the Q&A or the FAQs, it was like people expected to have an office, like. Where am I going to be able to? Blah, blah. So they're like, yeah, we have a little hub. I don't know anything about it though.
Okay.
So I was in Palo Alto last weekend. That's where Stanford University is in Northern California. Beautiful Palo Alto. So because I was driving up to Bend, and I thought, okay, I've been to Stanford once or twice for a couple of hours. So I thought, go up there, walk around, get the vibe, and also I need a place to live. So start to think about where would I want to live? And, do I want to, Julie, when you worked at Stanford, you lived in Menlo Park, right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So it was close. But yes, I'm sure you found out there's no parking at Stanford either, Liz.
Yes.
So better investigate. They have some excellent public transportation. Take the bus to school. That's what I said.
Okay. Well, maybe. And so I was looking, do I need a furnished apartment, an unfurnished apartment? Do I want to be in an apartment, or maybe I could get a house? I was on the websites that were professors going on sabbatical, looking for people to rent their house while they're gone. But those were all big professor houses. I don't want that. So I did find a nice little furnished rental apartment that's on the ground floor. So I have a little yard. Because remember, it's me and Hooper going back to college.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yes. You got a roommate. Sure.
So as I was looking at all these various places to rent, they had some rental towers, so nice buildings that would have a pool and a gym. And I was like, well, I mean, I can go swim in Katie Ledecky's pool.
Yeah.
At Stanford University. Stanford has unbelievable athletic facilities. So instead of paying extra to be in a building with a pool and a gym, I thought I'll pay extra to get Hooper a little yard. So I think I have that nailed down. I start in the middle of September. So here's the thing. I've been thinking about it. Actually, Lian, this was your idea, but I think I'm really going to do it. Starting in mid-September when I get there, under the Lizness, Not Bizness banner, I will be doing regular reports on my experience in this podcast feed. How's that?
I think that's great, Liz. Can't wait.
Yes.
Can't wait to see your student ID, hear about the cafeteria. Got to get a good looking backpack too,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, Jewel. You're right.
Yeah, there's lots of things. So,
well, they've put the fear of God in us about registering for classes. Apparently, that's all online now, which was not back in my day. Class of 79, where you went and you stood in line in front of the department until you got into the class. So you And the online registration, of course, starts at midnight on the day of registration. So everyone's like, okay, we're going to teach you how to do that. One of the problems here is that all of the different schools have different systems to register for classes. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I think that's what the 10 weeks is really about.
Yeah. It's teaching old people how to register for classes.
Yeah, I mean, do they have a concierge for the DCI fellows?
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that, Julie.
Okay. I mean, that's going to be hard work. You're going to,
Yes.
all right. You're
Well,
gonna
that's
be
it.
thrown
I want
into
new
it. It's a big
experiences.
place.
I want to, it's so big. Stanford is huge. I had no idea. So, yeah. So, but the whole idea was to bust out, right? I think it's going to be a lot of surprises, which is exactly what I wanted. I like the fact that I'm doing it with a group of people with similar age and life experience to me. It's not like if I was just enrolling solo in classes at, say, UCLA or Stanford or anywhere, I would not have the social aspect that I really crave too.
Right.
The fact that I'll be with a group and we're going through this experience together, I think is a really exciting part of what the experience will be, which is why I feel like maybe on the Lizness, Not Bizness feed, maybe I can get some guests from my group. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really figured it out yet, but that's the plan. Any other questions?
No.
Is there a parents' weekend? Can Julie and I come?
Good one, Lian. Yeah.
Okay, I would say this. If you would like to help drop me off, instead of doing the usual Target run, I was very happy to see that at the Stanford shopping mall, there's a giant Crate and Barrel.
Okay. That's the difference. There you go. That's for being a first year and a fellow. One goes to Target, the other goes to Crate and Barrel.
That's right. So, yep, I'm going to be a fellow. That's it.
Congratulations, Liz. This is exciting. We're excited for you.
I'm super excited. Thanks.
Yeah, it'll be great. All right. So that's coming up in the fall. So keep subscribed. My goodness.
Yes.
Keep subscribed. Things are coming down the pike. Maybe not so much in July and August, but September. Keep subscribed. So
things are going to be happening in September. Thanks.
Great news. And remember, it's Cardinal, not Cardinals. There you go. Welcome to Stanford. So fantastic. All right. Stay with us. Julie has a little how was your week? And then we're going to wrap this up. Hey, it's Liz and Lian here, and we want to thank Prose for supporting this episode of Satellite Sisters. Now, Liz, I've been out and about with my new book, The Marriage Sabbatical. Mm-hmm. The book is getting rave reviews. I'm very happy. But you know what else is getting rave reviews? My hair, Liz. My hair from Prose is getting rave reviews.
Lian, I am not surprised. You have been on that Prose hair regimen for quite a while. I mean, you have good hair anyway, but now you have great hair because you've really paid attention to it.
Well, Liz, Prose is made for people, not hair and skin types. Personalization is rooted in everything they do, from their in-depth consultation to their made-to-order model. And you know what? I love the regimen they have me on. Do I take the hair vitamins every day? Yes, I do. Do I use my shampoo and conditioner made especially for Lian Dolan? Yes, I do. Do I sometimes use the leave-in conditioner when my hair's really dry? I do. And I even have a pre-scalp thing that they give me. Okay, Prose, you're the boss. I'll take it. You tell me what my hair needs. That sounds good. And here's the thing. It's personalization, Liz. For millions of possible formulas, only one is uniquely Lian's. Okay? And I'm using it. Prose isn't just better for you, it's also better for the planet, Liz. They're a certified B Corp, cruelty-free, and the first and only carbon neutral custom beauty brand. So Prose, we love you. I love the photos of my hair. Couldn't be happier.
Photos of your hair. There are people in the photos too. That's the thing about a book tour. Everybody has their picture taken with Lian and then posts it. So the hair is important.
Couldn't be happier, Prose. Prose is so confident that you'll bring out your best hair and skin. They're offering an exclusive trial offer of 50% off your first subscription order at prose.com/sisters. So you get your free consultation, then 50% off at prose.com/sisters. And Prose is spelled Prose. Prose.com/sisters. Thanks, Prose. Liz, we love talking about frame bridge, don't we?
We do. Because there are just so many fun things to frame, Lian, aren't there?
Right. Anything. You can just upload a digital photo from your phone and they can print it and frame it. And that is a gift right there, a gift people would love getting. But Liz, you recently had quite an exciting frame bridge experience. Would you like to share? Would you like to?
I talked about how when we were at the Bruce Springsteen concert, I was with our brother Dick, his wife Suzanne, his 2 kids, and one of the roadies threw us the set list at the end of the show, which was amazing to get the actual set list for the actual concert in Los Angeles. And we're like, oh, yeah, any day now, that's going to be in a place of honor in their home. Sure enough, Lian, they have already frame bridged it and sent it to us with a picture. So I'll be in Bend next week, so I'll get to see it. But it's just excellent use of the frame bridge resources, the Bruce Springsteen set list.
Fantastic. And this is gift giving season. So if you have a graduation coming up, a wedding, a shower, Mother's Day, Father's Day, look around. I'm sure you have something fun you can frame, and FrameBridge can do it for you. It's easy and it's affordable to frame just about anything. You get fair and transparent upfront pricing based on the size of your item. There's a great selection of frames. And as we've said in the past, fast service, free shipping, great for gifts. And guess what? Liz, not many things in life give you a happiness guarantee, but FrameBridge does. If you're not 100% happy with your piece, they will make it right. So if this
But
sounds
you're
like...
going to be happy, okay? That's just the Satellite Sisters promise. You're going to be out. You're going to be happy you did it.
See why FrameBridge has been trusted to frame over 2 million pieces. Visit framebridge.com or see a local FrameBridge store to get started and custom frame just about anything, like a Bruce Springsteen set list. That's framebridge.com. Thanks, FrameBridge. All right, we're back. So excited. Hard to even know what to say. But Jewel, you went to Bend. What happened?
I did go. Well, that was pretty nice. That was my How Was Your Week? Last year at this time, we did a big family reunion, full on family reunion down in Austin. Very exciting for the weekend. But my husband and I, so this year we just wanted to stay in touch with people in the family. And so I would describe our trip to Bend this year as a Dolan family regional meeting. Okay. I mean, it wasn't the whole family. You weren't there, Lian, but Liz was there. Our brother Brendan is there. Our brother Dick is there. Our sister-in-law Susan was there. And so we decided we just would go and visit people for the weekend. Okay. We didn't have any, not a lot of big plans, but that allowed for a lot of time to have great conversations over coffee. We took beautiful walks. Bend is lovely, and we ran into some spectacular weather. So it wasn't a full-blown family gathering. We did have one occasion, right, Liz? It is our brother Dick is celebrating a big birthday. So we organized in the Dolan fashion a birthday meal with 2 key ingredients. One was a birthday card, okay, which I provided. Okay, one card. One card. We had one card, Lian. But he seemed to really, really like that card. It was an excellent card. It was a very high quality, poignant, funny, perfect for his birthday. But the other ingredient that really took the birthday party to the next level was Liz located a Carvel ice cream birthday cake. Okay.
Oh yeah.
How about that? Right,
Yeah.
Liz? Where did you?
There are no Carvels out here. I went online, and for those of you that don't know Carvel, I mean, we grew up in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, where really Carvel ice cream, though we didn't have like Dairy Queens around so much. Carvel was the one. And Carvel was also very famous for their cakes. I wanted to get their famous whale of a cake, but those were not available. But when I went online and checked, I saw that Walmart sells Carvel ice cream cakes. So I ordered a happy birthday cake from the Bend, Oregon Walmart. I drove down there and I got that bad boy. And people were delighted by the cake. Wouldn't you say, Julie?
More than delight. The birthday boy had the biggest smile on his face. He loved it. Our brother Brendan was reminiscing of all the many Carvels he's had in his life, and he was really enjoying it. Our sister-in-law Susan brought the happy birthday candles.
Yeah.
So it was a wonderful, wonderful birthday party. So that was good. But for the whole weekend, it was just great. Maybe because there weren't a lot of big planned activities. I think that for me, Liz, I think that's what made it nice. We had a lot of time visiting with you. We got to visit with Vic and Susan. We saw Brendan. We just did kind of regular things. And sometimes that's a good way to go too. So I want to encourage people, if you can't get your whole family together this summer, maybe think of just having a regional meeting, just a little smaller.
And Lian, because as Julie mentioned at the top of the show, her flight was very late leaving RDM, Redmond Airport. All of a sudden at about 11:30 Sunday morning, we realized they did not need to go to the airport. And we thought, we'll go to lunch. Well, then you realize, it's Mother's Day. So good luck. Good luck getting in anywhere for lunch. But we found a very nice little spot, Julie, a restaurant that I think they said they just opened in September. So I had never even seen it before. It was over by what we call the Good Safeway.
Yeah.
Somewhere on that road, I was going to be able to find some place that we got into. And it was very nice. Both Julie and I, because they said I counted as a dog mother, which
okay.
I did not volunteer that piece of information. They asked, "Well, are you a dog mother?" I was like, "Well, yes, I am." Got $10 off our next visit to this place, Lian.
That's great.
And a mini corsage. We each got a mini corsage. Liz got a dog mother. Liz got a mini corsage. I put it in water. Did you add more water to your corsage?
Yeah.
But
There were all of the tables were reserved, but we just sat at the bar with Julie's husband and had a delightful little Mother's Day celebration. And I will leave the $10 off the next visit to, it was called The Hook and the Plow, this place, or The Plow and the Hook, something like that.
Hook and Plow.
Leah, maybe when you're here, you'll want to try it out. So
okay, great. That's a good recommendation.
I'll leave you the gift certificate. It was very fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. Yes, it was a good, Julie, I think part of the reason it felt low key is because for us, it was a relatively small group. And this must be like what normal people feel like.
I know, when they get together with their families. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Just can sit around, you can read people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I wanted to jump into just a little bit of an entertaining sisters recommendation. You've probably seen, if you follow entertainment news, that the new season of Hacks just dropped. So this is season 3 and it's on Max. And this is the one about the comedian and the writer that works for her. And super fun. I think we recommended it in season 1.
Yes, we have. I love this show.
And in season 2, season 3, Lian, I watched all of them last night. Everything, they're only 30-minute episodes, right? So only 4 have dropped. So I watched the 4 first episodes last night and really loved it. And I realized one of the things I really love about this show, especially this season, is the dialogue between 2 generations of women, because you have a boomer and you have a millennial. And they have very different lives and very different goals and very different ways of acting on their ambitions. Because that's a lot of the show is about how do you get the life that you want? How do you act on your ambitions? And I just think that's why it's even funnier than most things, because you see it's women talking about the things that women talk about, but between generations and in a super funny way. So that my recommendation is not just the show, but of course, all shows now have an official podcast.
Okay.
Yes. So
who's on the podcast?
Some of the cast of the show, the showrunners are on the podcast, so who are very funny. They all come from comedy backgrounds. So I'm going to put a link in the show notes to the official Hacks podcast. I'm just starting it myself now. But I was very excited when I was Googling around this morning to see that they had that. So I love doing the official podcast of some of these shows. It's so great. When you hear about like what goes on behind.
You do a lot of deep research, Liz, which we can.
Anyway, so that's it. So we're recommending Hacks season 3 and also the official podcast for Hacks season 3.
You probably know this, Liz, but you know the young star, the millennial Hannah Einbender.
Yeah.
She's Lorraine Newman's daughter
I did not know that.
from Saturday Night Live. So I think that's why it works so well that, in her professional,
wow.
like the mom, she really understands comics and that whole thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
I didn't realize that either until I
Good
saw
insight.
Lorraine Newman speak at the Irma Bombeck workshop that I did a couple of years ago. And then someone said, "Oh, that young woman on Hacks is her daughter." I was like, I had no idea. So yeah, little trivia there.
Okay. Well, I did know that her boyfriend is that guy that did the amazing one-man show I saw in Los Angeles this week, or this year, that was also on Broadway. Okay, now I can't remember. Alex Edelman?
Yeah, Alex Edelman. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Quite a comedy.
Occasionally I see them together, not in person, but like when you're watching the Emmy Awards, every time they arrive together, I was like, oh, that is so cute. Anyway, okay. So one last shout out I wanted to do. We always encourage you to tell us about your adventure travels and post them in the Satellite Sisters Facebook group or at Sat Sisters. And use the hashtag Sat Sisters Travel because we want to see all the fun everyone is having this summer. Well, this week, checking in from her mother-daughter trip to Paris, June gets a special shout out because she took her daughter to Paris, not just to see Paris, but they had tickets to see Taylor Swift.
Wow.
So
great.
She posted that Taylor was truly an otherworldly experience, so amazing that they got tickets to see her again on Sunday night. So they went
Double Taylor Swift.
Wow.
But she said it's been wonderful days of museums, food, walking, and beautiful weather. So thanks for telling us about your adventure, June. Anyone else, if you post any message you want us to see, just use the hashtag SatSistersTravel.
Oh, great. That was great. I know. I love seeing that. I that's fun. Yeah. Sat Sisters Travel. That's the way to go. Okay. I think that's what we have here. Now we're going to do a to-do list. But first, thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks to Sergio Enriquez, who's putting this together. Thanks to you for listening and continuing to download the show and support our sponsors. We really, really appreciate it. To-do list? Who's got one? Liz, you have one?
Well, yeah, I mentioned that I'm in Bend, and the Bend has this annual athletic event called Pole Pedal Paddle. And I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
But I've never seen it before. And
they're fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Pole Pedal Paddle is the course begins at Mount Bachelor and ends at the river. So athletes, they compete solo or as a team. There's 6 legs of the race: alpine skiing, Nordic skiing, biking down the mountain, running through dirt trails, paddling along the Deschutes River, and a final sprint to the finish. I mean, it's iconic Bend is what they say. Yes. So there are going to be 2,000 participants this weekend, and I want to check that out.
All right. That sounds fun.
Well, that sounds like that would be.
How about you?
Much more mundane. I'm taking my dog Oliver to the vet, annual checkup, but that means he's going to get his annual weigh-in, and that means he's going to get his annual talk about losing a couple of pounds. Now, I've been very careful with him. He doesn't overeat, but they're going to...
He doesn't overeat. I was just there. I'm worried. I don't think he gets enough food.
No, yeah. I know. And he's going to get that talk. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's happening this afternoon. So we're both a little depressed about it. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think we can all relate. So good luck to Oliver.
Right.
All right. Well, my son Brooks and his girlfriend are headed to Europe. They're going this evening, and they have a friend's wedding in Lake Como, but they're taking an extended trip. So this is his first trip to Europe, actually.
So exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. So of course he was over, borrowing the away bags. My away bag has been to Europe like 5 times more than me. I can't tell you how many people I've lent that bag to. So they're taking my away bag. There's various packing tips. He's going to get to the airport 3 hours early. And the good thing is, like, his girlfriend posts a lot of photos, so I'll be able to monitor his trip from afar. So that will make me happy.
That's a good thing you can count on the girlfriend.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's excellent. She takes nice shots. All right. Well, Liz, fantastic news for you.
Thank you.
So I'm sure people will have reactions. Do you want to start a post over in our Facebook group? Or
Yes, I will do that.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Maybe I'll post the group photo we just took of me making the announcement.
Oh, great. Yeah, we can do that.
Screenshot.
And you know what? I hate to put you on the spot, but would you like to write a pep talk this week? Would you like to write the essay?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
Sure.
right.
I can do that. Okay.
Yeah. Your first.
Go back to school. You got to write essays every night in school. Okay.
I'm busting out. I said I was going to bust out this year, and I am doing it.
All right. So I feel like that's a good pep talk. I did think of that this morning. I was like, oh, I got to nail down Liz on that.
Okay.
That's our weekly newsletter. If you're not subscribed, that's the way to go. It comes out usually every other week when we post a show or we have news to announce. You get an essay, you get a pep talk, you get links to lots of things, you get recommendations, you get all the information you need. So please subscribe to that. Just head on over to satellitesisters.com and the subscription window will pop up. So follow along with Lizness, Not Bizness via Pep Talk is a great way to do it. All right. Hey, have a great week, everybody.
You too, Lian.
All right. Don't forget, call your satellite sister.